right. Well, good Tuesday evening, South Carolina weather watchers. I'm your meteorologist, Jesse Peterson, and let's go in and talk about the weather for your Tuesday evening going into your future. And as you can see by the title screen for today, the main topic for today, our summer pattern is returning to full form. I have multiple reasons and multiple points of evidence to support why the summer pattern is returning to us here inside of the state of South Carolina. And all of it's ready to be presented. So we're going to go on and talk about that. And then also, what's on tap for tonight? Besides that, scattered to numerous showers and storms continue all the way into tonight. Localized flooding possible in low-lying and poor drainage areas pretty much almost daily, and isolated to strong to severe storms possible most afternoons and evenings. And even the second point, typical summer pattern returns through the weekend. And pretty much everything that I've named throughout these 4 points here has to do with the summer pattern returning. So, honestly, a lot of reasons why our summer pattern is returning. And you can already see right here kind of how this summer pattern is returning. Look at the current radar for what we are currently looking at right now. This is Tuesday evening here at 8 o'clock p.m. Shower and storm activity gets in like the upstate, the foothills, the Piedmont, the Midlands, the Low Country getting on some shower activity. The PD area is as well. In fact, we even still have a strong thunderstorm with wind gusts of up to 50 miles per hour moving through. Just passed through Sally and Wagner, about to move into areas like Swansea and other areas like Thor, South Carolina. So heavy rainfall moving its way over towards I-26 and closer to Columbia. We also have Columbia about to get hit by this other shower that's moving towards the west. May even have some thunderstorm activity with it as well. It does. So a thunderstorm about to move throughout Columbia pretty shortly. Sumter about to receive a thunderstorm pretty shortly. And then over here inside of Carlsbad, South Carolina, just passing through Whitmer, Union, Chester may be about to receive a thunderstorm as well. Oneapaugh already receiving one in Anderson up towards Clemson, Central, Seneca. Under a flood advisory right now for around 1 to 2 inches of rainfall has already fallen at 6:51, and an additional inch was expected. So this is just a full-on summer type pattern as we move over into this evening already. Now, what's going on in terms of the entire U.S.? We do have some rainfall moving throughout, obviously, both Carolinas, Tennessee, Georgia, Alabama, Florida, Virginia. Virginia even seeing some flash flooding as well, especially in the Richmond area, Richmond, Virginia, downtown, under a flash flood warning. Also over inside of Kentucky, there's some storm activity, Iowa down into Missouri, Kansas, Nebraska. And then over inside of Colorado and New Mexico, a bunch of storm activity, even a severe thunderstorm warning over inside of southeastern Arizona. And other than that, air quality alerts up in the northwest, but overall things are looking all right. Now, what's going on in terms of cloud cover? Well, for sure, we're seeing cloud cover almost throughout every region, upstate, Midlands, PD, Grand Strand. But one thing I will say, if you look in the Grand Strand and look in that in that Low Country area, both of those areas aren't really seeing as much cloud cover as the other areas are. And I'm looking outside here in the Low Country of South Carolina, the Tri-County area, and I'm seeing a good amount of blue sky. Now, I am seeing some clouds, don't get me wrong, but there is some blue sky still out there right now as we speak. Now, as we go on and take a look at our cloud cover for the future, pushing this over into tonight, going over into tomorrow morning, even into tomorrow afternoon, that cloud cover will build. It looks like tomorrow morning may not be as cloudy, especially up there in like the upstate, maybe even inside of the Midlands. But as you move more into the afternoon tomorrow, cloud cover returns, brings back widespread cloud cover to a lot of areas. Not completely cloudy, but still most areas completely covered. And then as you move over into Wednesday night, going into Thursday afternoon brings back another risk of cloud cover statewide. Now, in terms of current temperatures, we're talking about 81 in Somerville, 83, Charleston, Hilton Head Island, 83, 81 in Georgetown, Myrtle Beach, 81 in North Myrtle Beach, even 82 in Florence, 82, Sumter and 81 in Columbia, 79, Newberry and 79 in Lawrence, 78, Greenville, Spartanburg, Gaffney, 79 in York and Rock Hill. Now, what's going on in terms of our air quality? We're actually looking good. No bad air quality expected statewide, so we're all good for tonight. No bad air quality is expected. Low temperatures for tonight, we're talking about 69 in Greenville, 68 Spartanburg, even 69 in Newberry, 71 Columbia, 72 in Orangeburg, 72 in Moncks Corner, and 77 in Charleston, 79 Hilton Head Island, and 73 in Georgetown, 76 in Myrtle Beach. High temperatures for tomorrow, talking about 84 in Greenville, Spartanburg, 89, Columbia, 90, Orangeburg, 90 as well inside of Walterboro, 88 in Charleston, 86, Georgetown, 85 in Myrtle Beach. Now, what about for our rainfall? Rainfall looking, for the most part, like a lot of people are going to see some rainfall, or may see a lot of rainfall, or may not see any rainfall. That's just what we're continuing to see. And guess what? That's another reason right there of how we're getting back to the summer pattern. Now, you see areas getting around 100th of an inch to a 10th of an inch. Some areas get around a tenth of an inch to a quarter of an inch. Some areas get as high as a half an inch to an inch. That's, in my opinion, just the forecasted amount without flash flooding. Remember, flash flooding can add as many as 3, 4, 5, 6, anything above there. And that's just because this forecast here from the National Weather Service is mainly just from like an area of multiple models put together, not really accounting for flash flooding as much. And so this is what we're kind of looking at as we go into the next 24 hours here. Now, what about for the SPC outlook? Thunderstorms are still possible to, become severe. Damaging winds of up to 60 miles per hour, still possible. As you can see, or as you saw earlier, there was no severe thunderstorms going on, but there is still some very strong storms going on. In fact, a lot of those storms could have some hail with it. I see the storm up here near Carlisle moving towards Union and Chester has some small hail with it, at least potentially does. I see this one cell right here has around a 60% chance of half-inch hail. I see one over here moving in towards O'Neill Path and Belton that has a 10% chance of producing some half-inch in diameter hail. So small hail definitely is possible with some of these storms moving towards the upstate areas, but damaging winds, they could have some gusty winds in it for sure, but damaging winds right now not really going through. And everybody else still has a threat for just thunderstorm activity. Doesn't matter if you're from Hilton Head Island to Myrtle Beach to Florence, you have a risk of thunderstorm activity as well, still for tonight. Now for tomorrow, thunderstorm activity is still possible for the entire state. And then on Thursday, again, thunderstorm activity is possible for the entire state. Does that mean you will receive a thunderstorm? Does that mean you will receive rainfall? No, that's not what it means. All it means is that thunderstorm activity for you is definitely possible. Now, in terms of fire weather, we're good there. Excessive rainfall. The big thing that we've been paying attention to over the past couple of days, excessive rainfall, and it does not end tonight. Isolated flash flooding is still possible throughout the state of South Carolina for tonight. So, if you're in the light green area, you have a 5% risk of flash flooding for tonight. Again, doesn't mean you're going to get rainfall, just means that you have that threat. Tomorrow, the upstate gets their turn by themselves, maybe the northern Midlands as well, but for the most part, the upstate gets their area by themselves. Greenville, Spartanburg, Rock Hill, Newberry, Saluda, Greenwood, Anderson, these areas all getting their own risk. But then we move to day 3, and this is Thursday. The entire state, again, another risk of isolated flash flooding once again on Wednesday here, or on Thursday here. And then as we move on to Friday, guess what? The upstate back to being by themselves. Greenville, Spartanburg, going up towards Gaffney, Lawrence, Abbeville, Anderson, and Clemson. All these areas, isolated flash flooding again is possible for you. And then Saturday, what is this? The entire state, another risk of isolated flash flooding once again. So the main thing here is that it almost looks like we're in a bit of a pattern. Entire state, upstate, entire state, upstate, entire state again. Now, does that have anything to do with why summer's coming back? No, that's just something that I just caught that I thought was kind of interesting. But the main thing here is that flash flooding, it's still going to be here strong. And so that's another reason why we're getting back into this full force summer-like pattern. Flash flooding's returning almost daily. And that can happen with summer storms. You have those summer storms that trail over areas for a good little bit. And so this is another sign of it right here. So that's sign number 3 now at this point. So now what about the crazy score? We move over into right now, we're at a 27. We have a couple of alerts going on, special weather statement. In fact, we have two special weather statements. Yeah, they just put downtown Columbia in a special weather statement for 50-mile-per-hour winds. Again, that's for the downtown Columbia area. That, then the other one over here near Wagner, South Carolina, that's another special weather statement. And then we have the flood advisory up there for Anderson, Clemson, South Carolina, and Central. That's also adding up. And then also just for the conditions as well, we have showers and storms trailing throughout a good amount of the state. That's putting us, again, inside that mild category. Now, I do think that the conditions could be a bit higher, especially since it's thunderstorm activity, but, I mean, for right now, score is 27. So what's going on right now in terms of the models? Time is at the bottom part of your screen. Please make sure that you go on and pay attention to that, as that is very, 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 very important to do so. So we're going to start off here with the short term first, starting off here at 8 o'clock p.m. here. And as we go on and push this forward later on into tonight, shower and storm activity still is going on even by 12 to 1 o'clock in the morning. Look at the low country area getting in on some shower and storm activity after midnight to around 2 to 3 a.m. Grand Strand, the PD areas, getting in on some shower and storm activity to around 4 or 5 a.m. or so. And then even as you move to around 8 to 9 a.m., you're still seeing a good amount of shower and storm activity. Now watch as we get into around 1 p.m., going all the way through to around 3, 4, 5 p.m., more shower activity, more storm activity gets going as you get more into the afternoon. Makes sense, and honestly, it's possible almost in every region of the state, from the upstate all the way down towards the coastal areas. Every region is seeing some sort of shower and storm activity during the afternoon period or the evening period tomorrow. So, really, I think that everyone really has a shot for shower and storm activity throughout the morning hours tomorrow going into the afternoon. Everybody has that shot. So do not be shocked one bit if you do see some shower and storm activity tomorrow afternoon, late morning, whenever, even early morning. Now, as you move on over into Wednesday night, going over into Thursday morning, again, low country getting in on some more shower and storm activity from the Atlantic, and that moisture is moving in and kind of just thrashing its way into the inland areas, more into the PD, and more into the upstate areas once again at by around 2 to 3 p.m. So, good amount of shower and storm activity over the next 48 hours, and there's a lot of patterns with it, kind of bringing more of a sea breeze aspect to it, which is 0.4 as of why the summer pattern's returning once again. And this is just for the next 48 hours. I mean, if we go in and see how much rainfall we could potentially receive, look how much rainfall could potentially fall near the coastal area. You're talking about maybe an inch and a half to maybe even close to 2 inches of rainfall near the coastal areas. Some areas close to 3 inches of rainfall over the next 48 hours. But don't, get shocked if you're up here in the upstate, or if you're in the Midlands, or if you're in the PD, and you see around an inch to maybe 2 inches of rainfall as well, as some of those storms up there could definitely get going and drop some beneficial rainfall for you. Now, remember, tomorrow, really only a risk for the upstate, but you never really know. I mean, there could be some other areas down outside of the upstate that could receive a flood advisory at one point in time. You look and see how much, rainfall could fall over about an hour period of time here. Look up in like the upstate, the upstate, you see some around 1.5 to around 2 inches of rainfall an hour up there in the upstate. That's expected. But watch as we move over into Wednesday night. You see some areas, some storms that may potentially produce 2.5 to maybe even 3 inches of rainfall per hour in areas of, for example, the low country. Not included in the risk of isolated flash flooding for tomorrow, but the models is saying that. So I would not be shocked, number one, if they expand the risk of isolated flash flooding for tomorrow, but also if you see isolated flash flooding in an area outside of the dark green risk there. Now, this is just one model, so I know it may not happen. It may happen. That's the whole reason of a chance. The whole reason of that chance being there is because it may happen and it may not happen. So that's the whole reason why that whole, isolated flash flooding 5% risk is there. So let's go on now and take a look at the long-term future. So we're going to go past 48-hour mark. This is Thursday, 2 p.m. We move over into Friday, also going on over into Saturday and Sunday. And again, you're kind of just looking at more shower and storm activity during the daytime and during that afternoon, evening time frame. But then as you move over into the nighttime hours, oh, now you're starting to see less activity. You get back into the afternoon time frame, and what do you see? More shower, more storm activity. So just that normal pop-up shower and storm activity during the afternoon time frame, that's another reason right there as to why the summer pattern is coming back in full force. Now, as you move over into Sunday, going into Monday, good amount of precipitation may try to bring its way in. Now, could that potentially bring in some more could that like some more rainfall activity than if it was just a regular summertime day, like scattered or in storm activity? Maybe, because I mean, I see Monday bringing in a good amount of rainfall. Now, what is that from? What is that from? If we want to take a look at the dew points real quick, just to see if that is a storm, kind of like a storm motion kind of moving in. I don't really see too much there, so I don't really think that's a storm system. I kind of just think that that's more of a, I think that's just more of just a lot of rainfall kind of just moving in. But the main thing here is as we move over into next week, a good plume of moisture could be possible as we move over into Monday. Tuesday comes along, same thing with Wednesday, and just rainfall overall just happens from time to time. Finally, maybe a storm system may try to come in later on next week, but still, not really seeing too much overall. Not seeing too much overall. Flash flooding is still possible, for, any type of system that tries to move through, and also it's summertime, so pretty much almost every day. But overall, I'm not seeing anything too major. Nothing too major here over the next 384 hours. Now, how much rainfall could we potentially see over the next 384 hours according to the GEFS? Well, for right now, it looks like that we can get around 2.5, maybe even up to around 4 inches of rainfall, if not 5 inches of rainfall up there in the upstate, according to the GEFS over the next 384 hours. So that's possible. But what about the European? The European says kind of the opposite. Not as much, but it does bring the majority of that rainfall down towards the coastal area. That's around 3 to 3.5 inches of rainfall as a maximum, then maybe around 2 inches overall throughout the state. So 2 to 5 inches of rainfall from both of these models here as we move over into the next 300 plus hours. Good amount, and definitely will help out with the drought as we currently have one right now. And I'm kind of excited to see what the drought will look like on Thursday. Very excited to see what the drought will look like on Thursday because, in my opinion, with all the rainfall that we got last week and this weekend, I really do think that this drought will take a bit of a toll. But we'll wait on that for Thursday and see what happens. So now, away from precipitation, what about temperatures? We're going to start off here at 11 p.m. tonight. And just as we move this forward in terms of actual anomalies here, so this is, are we below average? Are we above average? We're around 10 degrees below average in some spots as we move over into Wednesday, Thursday. We're getting up to around 5 to 10 degrees above average. And then as you move over into Friday, Saturday, we're up to around 10 degrees above average in some spots as well. So it looks like that the majority of us are going to continue to stay more above average as we get more towards the weekend. Now, as you move into next week, another cool blast may try to move in, coming in on Monday there. But like I said, if that is a cold front, it's a very weak cold front. But I didn't see anything too major kind of dropping on the dew points there. So, maybe this could just be influenced by rainfall kind of moving in, may, provide some shading there. But we'll see what happens as we move more and more into the beginning of next week. I'm more interested to see if that's just a weak front or if that's just rainfall kind of moving in there. And then Tuesday coming in, again, more cooler air may try to move in, but the warmer air does not leave quickly either, even as we move all the way through. But then watch as we move into Friday, going over into Saturday. Now, this right here is the system moving in, going into Friday night, going into Saturday of next weekend. But another system may try to move in as well, bringing us 10, 20 degrees below average later on into mid portions of August. So that's a lot. It definitely is a lot because, you're seeing multiple events that could be cool in average, multiple events that may just be shower and storm activity that's just providing shading. You may just, and then also once we get 300 plus hours out, oh, now you're seeing around 20 degrees, below average in some spots that you may not have seen that at. So there's a lot of things to kind of take into account here in terms of temperatures. Temperatures just over the next 300 plus hours just going to be wild in terms of cool downs and in terms of warm ups and just in terms of almost everything. So, that would be a fantastic, now would be a fantastic time, since the temperatures are going to be so wild to go in and, subscribe to the channel because over here, we'll always keep you updated with that information for when it comes to temperatures daily. But now, what about our actual temperatures? Now, as we move over into tomorrow, we know what tomorrow is going to look like, but then Thursday is more what I'm looking at. Thursday, we're into the lower 90s, but then watch as we move over into Friday, we're up into the upper 90s. Saturday, Sunday, we're up into the 90s, but then Monday comes in, and guess what? We're still in the mid 90s. Tuesday comes in, we're still in the mid 90s, so that kind of tells me that it's not really a cold front kind of moving in maybe on Monday going into Tuesday because I'm not seeing really anything in terms of a major cool down. If it is a cold front, very, very weak. We move over into Wednesday, also over into Thursday and Friday of next week, and overall we stay in the 90s. But watch as we move into Saturday. This is Saturday, April the 15th, even into Sunday. We're still trying to stay more inside of the 90s. But one thing that I do see is you can kind of see like a little bit of a cooler mass starting to set up here. And you can see how it starts to push its way down and start to push all of these warmer temperatures here out and away from this area. Now, even if you go forward even more to around Tuesday, Wednesday or so of like the 19th or so, I know that's a long ways out, but you can see temperatures are definitely starting to drop. Now, what's going on in terms of the temperatures, past 200 plus hours, but not off of a deterministic scale? So this is an average of temperatures over the next 200 plus hours. And one thing that I will say is that temperatures do continue to kind of stay in that 90-degree range. So there is a little bit of a cool down, a little hint of a cool down as we move later on into August. When? We don't know yet, but I think a slight cool down could happen as we move later on into the mid to later portions of August. But that still does not change, my whole perspective and my whole topic for today's forecast for the main topic here. And that is obviously summer pattern is returning to full form. I mean, multiple reasons as of why. Flash flooding coming back. Scattered, isolated scattered showers and storms kind of coming in as well. Temperatures, still in the 80s for a lot of us, but, it is starting to warm up a little bit. Like 90s coming in as you go into tomorrow, and then even as you move into Friday and Saturday, those 90s start to expand a lot more. And then there's also a bunch of other reasons with thunderstorm activity, potentially some being strong to severe, and just the timing of those showers and storms and how they form during like the late morning going into the early afternoon, kind of fading in out as you go into like the overnight hours. So that's the main part done with. So I do want to go on real quick because we had no earthquakes today and talk with the audience. If you want to be a part of the audience, you can by joining us here at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Let's see what the audience has to say here for tonight. We're starting off with Maya first, who does say, good evening, everyone. Good evening to you. Let me go back over here real quick. Boom. Today's high in Georgetown was 85, currently 79. Cloud cover was 54%. Today was not too bad. Went out today and really enjoyed the weather. No rain in sight. In spite of no rain showers, it was a pretty day. Summer pattern is returning to full form. Wow, yes, absolutely. And so, let me check and see what's currently going on at my house. Well, currently at my house, it is around 82 degrees. Feels like 90. 82 feels like 90 degrees. High temperature for today was also 89. So, 89 as the high. And then the feel like temperature right now is 90. So still feels pretty hot out there, but definitely calming down. Definitely calming down. Did not see any rainfall today. My Nana says, hello, Jane. All hello to you. I enjoyed my day. It was cool this morning. Around lunchtime, it was warm and hot later. Well, thank you so much for that weather report for where you are. And then Trail says, greetings, everyone. Rainy day, still raining. Well, thank you so much for that weather report for you are as well. And that's all that I can see here in terms of the main forecast in the main chat for tonight here. If you have not hit the like button yet or the subscribe button yet, like I said, please do so. We've had 22 people tune in tonight, and we only have 8 likes. If you're a part of that group of 14 that have not hit the like button yet, please go in and do so. It is free, free, free. Always will be free. So let's go on now and check out the top fan question of the night for tonight. If you're asking what in the world is the top fan question, it's a question where we go on and ask and see who was paying attention. Whoever gets it first and actually gets it correct will win for tonight. Again, you have to be a subscriber to participate. And so I'm going to move on over into, I'm not going to move on to the tropics because we didn't do anything really there. Okay, I know what I'm going to ask. When we were talking about a special weather statement, if you remember, a special weather statement is an area that gets put out for a strong thunderstorm about to, kind of get impacted in that impact zone. And so earlier I said there was a location that was about to get impacted and got issued with the special weather statement as we were talking about the crazy score. What location was that? Again, a special weather statement is an area that you're about to receive a storm with up to 40, 50 mile per hour winds, maybe a half-inch in diameter hail, or maybe close to 3/4 of an inch in diameter hail. What location was it that I called out specifically that was included in that risk for that special weather statement? If you can get that correct, you will be the top fan of the night for tonight. So we're going to start off with San Antonio first with the 4 areas outside of South Carolina. You might be asking 4 areas. What am I talking about? I'm talking about San Antonio, Texas, Raleigh, North Carolina, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and Duncan, Oklahoma, as the people in the chat start putting their answers in. The reason why we talk about these 4 areas because we have people from these areas who tune in almost nightly, and because they tune in almost nightly, we want to give them their forecast for them. So starting off with San Antonio first. Low temperatures tonight at 77, high temperatures for tomorrow at 99, and then low temperatures tomorrow night at 77 as well. And you may be asking, this kind of seems familiar. It's because this is the exact same forecast for yesterday. No precipitation is expected at this time, and overall, just everything's the exact same. So nothing at all has changed here. No precipitation, no severe weather, no excessive rainfall. You're good. Then for Raleigh, North Carolina, you have low temperatures tonight at 71, high temperatures for tomorrow at 86, low temperatures tomorrow night at 72. Showers are likely tonight. Tomorrow there's a chance of showers, and then tomorrow night, slight chance of thunderstorms there. In terms of your severe weather, nothing there. Excessive rainfall tonight, isolated flash flooding is definitely possible as you move over into tonight, tomorrow. Then as you move over into Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, you're kind of done there. So you're not really seeing too much of anything there as you move over into those next 3 days or so. Now, what about for your future? What about for your future? It does look like that you're going to continue to stay more in the upper 90s, maybe lower 90s as you move over into Saturday, moving over into Sunday. And then as you move into Monday and Tuesday, you're going to be back up into those mid-90s once again. So a warm-up definitely is coming back for you. Not only a warm-up, but a dry period. Because as you hit Monday, no precipitation is expected for you. Now, what about for Philadelphia? You have low temperatures tonight at 70, high temperatures for tomorrow at 85, low temperatures tomorrow night at 73. No precipitation tonight, but tomorrow showers are expected, and tomorrow night showers are likely. And that will continue for you even as you move all the way through into Tuesday of next week. Shower activity is possible for you pretty much every single day except for Sunday and Monday of next week. Now, what's going on in terms of severe weather? No severe weather for you tonight or tomorrow, but on Thursday, isolated severe storms is possible for you, so we'll keep an eye on that for you as that still is around 3 days out. But also, isolated flash flooding is possible for you for tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, and not Saturday. So tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday. And then finally, we're going to look at Duncan, but let's see if we have a correct answer. And we do. Mount Lewis says Wagner. That was honestly not the location I was thinking about. But technically you are correct because I did mention that location earlier as one area that was in the risk of the special weather statement that was with us about 10, 15 minutes ago now at this point. So, that is correct. That is correct answer for tonight, but there still is another answer out of there. There is still another answer out there, so anybody else can still get it correct. Again, what was an area that was included inside of a special weather statement that I called out earlier? That was from my Aunt Lula. She is one of the top fan of the night for tonight. Unless there's somebody else who comes in and puts in an answer, we can have double. But for Duncan, Oklahoma, the final one, low temperatures tonight at 76, high temperatures for tomorrow at 103, low temperatures tomorrow night at 76 again. And it's going to continue to stay hot. You do have a risk for some thunderstorm activity on Friday night, but overall, you're continuing to stay dry. In fact, I think even right now, your current temperature is around 102 degrees right now as we currently speak. So overall, things are looking actually pretty hot, pretty dry, and pretty just not active for you. No severe weather, no excessive rainfall, everything's looking fine for you. And that's all that I have to say here for tonight. So if you have not hit the like button yet or the subscribe button yet, please go in and do so. We're at 820. We are one-fifth of the way there to 900 subscribers. Also, make sure you hit the share button. Share with all your friends, your family members, your acquaintances, people that you don't talk to regularly because it's free. It always will be free. And also, make sure you check out my website, scweather360.com. Again, that is scweather360.com. I will be back tomorrow morning for your Wednesday morning forecast update. We'll be halfway through with the work week tomorrow. Let's just get through that, and we'll be halfway through and almost close to at least the weekend there. Also, let me make sure I'm not missing anything in my email. I'm not, so I'm good. I'll be back tomorrow and tomorrow evening, same time, 8 o'clock p.m. Make sure that you're there for that.
Boom, 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 boom. Bang, 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 bang. Boom, 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 boom. Bang, 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 bang. I love the way you walk, and I love the way you talk. When you walk that walk, and you talk that talk. You knocks me out off of my feet. Boom, 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 boom. Bang, 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 bang. Boom, 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 boom. Bang, 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 bang. How, 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 how. How, 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 how. Hey, hey. Boom, 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 boom. Bang, 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 bang. Boom, 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 boom. Bang, 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 bang. I love the way you walk. I love the way you talk. When you walk that walk and you talk that talk. You knocks me out off my feet. Boom, 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 boom. Bang, 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 bang.
Boom, 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 boom. Gonna shoot you right down off of your feet. How, how, how.
Hey.
the beat.